my name is Alice and I am obsessed with small art supplies. So today I'm going to show you some of my favorite mini art supplies that I own. Okay, so I have all of these little art supplies set out in front of me and I'm going to go through them and show you everything I have. So let's start with actually the surfaces. The first thing that I have to show you are these mini Legion papers. I've gotten a bunch of these from Palettefull Packs and I love them. I have 3 right here. I have the Stonehenge cold press, the craft paper, the hot press, and the Yupo paper. And these are amazing for just throwing in your travel bag because they're so small and you can stick them in your sketchbook if you want. I really like the craft one because it's a brown paper, and I also really like the cold press because I can just stick it into my sketchbook like I was saying. These are really, really small. I think they're like 2 by 3, 2.5 by 3.25. And they're just absolutely perfect. I'm obsessed with them. I almost always have one of these with me. The next thing is this teeny tiny sketchbook, which I think I have upside down. And I got this in Florida at Disney, and I have shown it on my channel once before where I did this little self-portrait, but I've since turned it into a mini collage journal, and I think it's so cute, and I really enjoy working in it now. And it's just a really cute little thing that I can use when I want to do some collaging or make some art, but I'm really not feeling committed to doing an entire thing. And it is tiny. It's even tinier than these guys, so I think it's like 2 by 3. It is fat though. It's a chunka. Moving on from the surfaces, I'm going to show you a couple tools that I have. So the first is this teeny tiny ruler. It looks like this. I wish I could tell you where I got it from, but it's a breast cancer awareness one, so I feel like I might have gotten it for free, but I just like how small it is, and it has all of these different measurements on it, so it has like inches and it has centimeters and millimeters, so it's really, really useful for me to carry around, and it's so slim, it's like the size of a pencil, so I can just throw it in most of my art bags. The next thing I have are these scissors by Cricut. They are a little bit larger than some of the other supplies, but for travel scissors, they're pretty portable. The lid is a little larger than I would like, but without the lid, this is about how big they are. They're really sharp. I often use these actually for my eyelashes, but I've recently started carrying them around in my travel bag because they're really flat and they have a lid, so they're really nice for carrying in your bag. And because I've been doing a lot of collaging, it can be really helpful for me to have some scissors around. Then I have 2 teeny tiny pipettes. This one, I'm not sure where I got it from. I may or may not have cut a pipette into a little tiny one. I think I might have gotten it from Etsy actually with an Etsy kit, so I'm guessing that's what they did. But it's super cute and small, and you could totally make this yourself by just cutting a pipette and making it as small as you want it to be. The other one looks like this. I really like it. It's glass, and I got it from the eye section in King Soopers in their pharmacy. And it's a pack of 3, and they have this little pointed end, and I use these all the time. They're so nice for throwing in my bag so that I can drop water into my paint and mix up colors. Okay, a dog just started barking, so hopefully you can't hear it in the background because he does not sound like he's ready to stop. But the next thing I have are these teeny tiny spray bottles. They do come with lids, but I lost mine, but they're by Brie Reese. And I think I got this in like Michael's or Joann's, one of the 2. And I believe it was in the scrapbooking section. And it was, again, a pack of 3. These are so nice. They're glass and they're really skinny. So they fit so, so nicely in a little kit. And I find that it's so helpful to have a spray bottle for dampening down my paper that, oh my God, this dog will not stop. This dog will not stop. Anyway, this is a little spray bottle and I love it. Definitely recommend. Next thing I have in here are these teeny tiny water brushes. I love these because they have a really small barrel. Obviously it doesn't hold as much water, but it makes it so much easier to fit in your bag. I find a lot of water brushes are honestly just too long to fit in a lot of art bags. And this is nice because it's so small and short. I believe these are by Koi, and I think they come in their watercolor sets. I don't know if they sell them individually, but I will do a little bit of research and see what I can find out. The next teeny tiny brush is also from a set. This is from a Winsor & Newton set, and look how small this is. So you take it out like this, you put it on the end, Look how teeny tiny that is. It's so useful. It's really small and slim. I have a bunch of these little style of brushes. They usually come in watercolor sets. If you're looking at a watercolor set, I know that Winsor & Newton and Da Vinci both come with these style. I have a Da Vinci one as well that is just a little bit bigger, but it's still really, really small. You can also find this style at some art stores. It's just kind of like a travel brush. I'll see if I can find some comparable products and I'll link them in the description box below. The next thing is a longtime favorite of mine and has been featured on this channel multiple times. It's the Tombow Mono Zero eraser. It's a really small, fine eraser that comes in a stick, which is amazing because you can push it in and your eraser doesn't get all dirty in your bag. It's really slim and it's pretty short as well, so it's not too long for a lot of bags. You can just kind of throw it in there and it doesn't take up a lot of room. The next thing I have to show you, I also got from Palettefull Packs. This is by Pearl Burnish San Francisco, and it's a liquid white colored pencil. It's in a teeny tiny bottle, and once I've run out of this, I plan on replacing it with other white paint because it's so perfect for carrying around and using for adding little white details because it's so small and you can really fit it into just about anywhere. Another thing that I recommend having is these teeny tiny binder clips. They're perfect for if you're working with small sketchbooks or small supplies, and it's so helpful to have a binder clip, but sometimes they can be big and bulky, so I definitely recommend having some mini ones. I also recommend carrying them like this because they take up a lot less room when you do it like that. The next thing is this micro portable painter. I love the portable painter, as you know, and this is a really amazing micro portable painter that they've come out with that is about the size of a credit card. Obviously it's a little thicker, and it all pulls apart like this. And this is actually a water container. Then you've got your mixing palettes, and everything clicks together. So this slides in like this, and you have a little palette on the side, and then this is gonna slide in like this, or this way. And when it's all folded out, it looks like this. It does have a little loop at the bottom that you can kind of hold between your fingers like that. And then it holds 6 colors, but they also have little split ones, so you can actually split it up into half pens if you want to, or you can put full pens in there. You can totally customize it however you want. And the reason that I really like this is it does have a water jar, which can be really hard to like bring around or like carry around a little place to put your water. So definitely love that about the micro portable painter, and it folds up into such a small little size. The next thing I'm gonna show you are 2 more watercolor palettes. I am literally so obsessed with these. I got them off Etsy and they are amazing. These are so small and tiny. They're magnetic. They open up and they clip together like this. You can see it holds 8 tiny little things of paint. And what you do is you're actually going to take a binder clip and you can clip it to your sketchbook like that. So you can have it on your little sketchbook on the side as you're painting. It's so useful. It has a little mixing palette right here, and I have 2 of them. These have my core watercolors in, so I have a basic set over on this one, and this one's more of an earth toned or nature tone set. They take up next to no room, and they're really satisfying, and honestly, I think they look adorable and just so nice. I love these. These are probably one of my favorite things I've ever purchased. The last thing I'm going to show you has also been featured on my channel before, although I haven't used it in a little bit, but it's by Enso, and it's this teeny tiny mini fountain pen. And I love this so much. So you just pull the lid off. It's this really pretty brass color, and you can pop it on the end. There was a little rubber on here to help it stay a little bit better, but I lost mine. So now I just kind of hold it like this. Over time, mine kind of has started leaking. It took about 2 years before I got to that point of very heavy use, so I'm still pretty happy with it, but I would like to purchase a second one. I just love how small it is, and it's so nice for throwing in your bag because you can do a little bit of pen sketching, and because it's a fountain pen, the inks are water-based, so you can add water to smudge it and blend it out, and it works so nicely. This is going to be an honorable mention because it is the biggest out of all of the supplies that I'm showing you, but for what it is, I think it's pretty small. It's actually a Stay Wet palette. It opens like this. It has this clip here. When you open it up, there's a mixing palette on the top and then this silicone seal that you can pull off, and it will keep all your paints underneath it really wet.
Hi, Editing Alice here. I wanted to let you all know that I actually bought a second one of these palettes, and in that palette, the silicone seal was actually attached to that top part of the lid that I thought was a mixing palette, so I'm not sure if the first one that I got, it just wasn't attached properly. I like it both ways. It's nice to have a mixing palette, but it's also nice for it to be like attached so that it seals really nicely when you close it. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. I don't really think it's supposed to be a mixing palette. I think mine just wasn't like properly glued on, but whatever.
I have my Daler Rowney gouache in here and I haven't had any signs of drying yet. I'm absolutely in love with this, and I think for a stay wet palette, it's actually really portable. I've never seen one this small, and I think it will be great for anyone that's carrying around paints and things like that, but wants to keep them wet. Oh, the dog started barking again. I didn't realize it had stopped until it started. So those are some of my absolute favorite mini tiny art supplies. I love these so much. If you have any recommendations for mini art supplies, please let me know in the comments, because I am obsessed with teeny tiny art supplies and I would love to just spend my money on more of them. I hope that you liked this video and that it was helpful for you, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great rest of your day. Bye guys!